My name is Susan Mead. I'm a level 4 eccentrics teacher, herbalist, and health coach of many years. Thank you for joining me today in the garden with geranium plants. First, a note of caution. Many of us are used to these as the beautiful geraniums that we can purchase from our local garden store or even a discount center. You never know what they might have been raised with, and it lends itself to a good point. Only consume plants that you absolutely know what they are and what you're intending them to use them for. So don't just go willy-nilly out in the wild because I said something that might be good for you. But this plant is not something that most of us should be playing around with. Instead, I like the wild version of geranium, also known as crane's bill, because if you look at what's left after this beautiful flower drops off, it looks like a little crane's bill coming out, and they actually propel their flowers in order to spread. And trust me, in my garden, they have spread almost to the point of excluding the flagstone tiles that I thought were going to be a path. But this is a great plant to know about, especially in the wild, because it is known as a great astringent, which means it's terrific for any kind of first aid. So if you have a toothache, if you have a little cut, any kind of a sprain or a strain, if you happen to have an insect bite, what I would recommend is taking some of the leaves. If you really know the plant, learn that first. You can chew them up into a little poultice and put it directly on your insect bite or your toothache or whatever. But don't actually consume it, especially if you're not sure what it is. Spit it right out. It also can be a great digestive, but geranium as an essential oil, which, as I have mentioned in another video, is a high use of plant for what you get for oils, it can be seriously strong, just like this one. So if you're using the essential oil, be especially cautious because it is quite strong as an oil. But when I think of astringent properties like this plant, I also think of tightening the core, lengthening up, which we do regularly in eccentrics, in order to improve your posture, which not only helps you look and feel younger, but it also helps your internal organs have more space so that you're not one of those people that you hear about sometime with adhesions and problems that can actually lead to death. Instead, you're going to have the full range of motion of your spine and the spring in your step that makes you look and feel like a youthful person. Thank you so much for joining me today in the garden with geranium.